So here is a new Pioneer 2450BT unit that I'm going to be installing into my 2002 Audi S3. Now I was lucky enough to already have a double DIN unit, but I've been sent in my kit from eBay an A3 fascia here, which as you can see doesn't really fit, so I'm going to have to cut that down. And also I've noticed the double DIN cage here is a really tight fit, and it kind of bows when you put it into the slot there. So I'm gonna have to get onto some filing, and I'll get back onto the video after it's all ready. Okay, so I was able to get this to fit after a lot of filing. Gotta push it in, and it is quite tight, but that's good because you don't want it really going anywhere. So as you can see, that now fits a whole lot better than what it was before. So now all I've got to do is pop the cage in. So now I've got the fascia in with the cage, and I'm going to pull back these little, I don't know, they look like tabs or something, just to make sure that this fascia doesn't move from the cage, and I'll show you a picture afterwards. Alright, so there you go. I've pushed some of those pins up, or the wings, whatever you want to call them, and now the fascia doesn't really move much. It's pretty much stuck on there. If I try to push it back, nothing, no movement. Cool, so now to fit it in. Okay, so what I've actually done is snapped off those side sort of handles, I guess, that would have grabbed onto something if this was going to be used for the right car, but because I've got the wrong bracket, I have just snapped them off, and it should be able to fit into here. This is where I'm having my problem. See how it kind of recesses back in towards the top? So it's a little bit thinner, and it was pressing on the bracket. Okay, so the cage is in, and you can see, unlike the picture before, it's nice and square and it's not bulging anymore. So that was my problem there. So if you find that your cage doesn't fit or your fascia doesn't fit, it's those arms on the side. What I'm going to do is push in more of these tabs. Sorry, there's my finger. Push in more of these tabs to make sure that the unit doesn't move. Let me see if I can get it from the back here as well. Oh. So you can see. So I'll just push them all in, and hopefully they'll grip onto whatever that's back there. So I'm up to putting this guy into there, so I'm just going to do a couple of test fits. So this, I'm just guessing now, but the holes kind of just line up, the big screw holes to whichever ones line up here, and then I'll be able to adjust. You'll see the little notches there. I'll be able to adjust that as I go along and test fit. So I've gotten this far, put the bracket on for the mounting, and I can't get it past these bolts. They stick out too much and don't allow any further movement, and it's already so tight, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, so here are the final settings that I'm gonna be using. I am 2 spaces in from the back of the notches, and I've pushed this bracket all the way forward so that I've got it sitting at a nice place when I've got it in the cage, which looks really, really flush. Now, because it was getting stuck with these bolts on there, what I'm going to be doing on this side is using something like this. It's like a liquid nails type thing.